Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin Cash. It was requested down below in the comment section, and we haven't, had an update on this coin for quite a while, so I thought this would be a good time to do so. Now, I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So jumping into the daily chart here, you can see that we have a Fibonacci retracement set up. So this is going to be our swing high of the Fib retracement. And this over here is going to be our swing low. We also have a touch over here off the exact same level. And I've had this for multiple months now. And as you can see, we did have this blue trend line holding us as support on the daily chart since March of 2020. And we did lose it here in December. So this was a looking glass of sorts, because once you lose a major support level like that, it's not guaranteed that you're going to, continue down, but it is a major sign to be aware of. And if you wanted to take some profits here, which you could have done, or you could have, sold some to wait for a pullback. But since we have lost this blue trend line, we have seen a move down of, let me get you the exact percentage. So we have seen a pullback of around about 82%. So no one actually knew when the bottom would be in, and no one knows if the bottom is actually in right now. All we can do is speculate and be prepared for the resistance levels we have above and the support levels that we have below. So right now, Bitcoin Cash is looking quite bullish. So I did give you the 1.618 Fibonacci level here at 159 almost dollars. And as you can see, we did capitulate below that. June 11th is when we started the capitulation here below the level, and we almost landed on the second fib level. Now, I don't remember precisely if I gave you this, but I always mention that the second fib level is your support in case of a capitulation below the 1.618. So we didn't get, close enough to the second fib level here. We got to $95, and the second fib level here is sitting at 91.4, but this was close enough. I usually tell you guys to set your buy limit orders slightly above the support levels so that there are there's a bigger chance that you get filled, but obviously not a financial advice. So what we have done here is we did have this descending broadening wedge. We lost the support of the pattern, dropped in here, and we started, creating a nice double bottom pattern here. Actually, I don't think that's a double bottom pattern because the second bottom is lower, but still, we managed to break through the daily 20 EMA on July 17th, and ever since then, we have been holding it as support. So for now, the 20 EMA is your immediate support below you. So if you want to get into Bitcoin Cash as soon as possible, and you don't want to buy precisely right now, then I would wait for the 20 EMA. Now, having said that, I do think we're going to have one last capitulation in the markets, whether it's going to be at the end of this month or September, or whether that's going to be in December/January. No one knows. We have black swan events coming, potential black swan events left and right. The economy is in a very fragile state right now. The housing market could collapse in the next year. So no one knows what's really going to happen. The best that we can do is just dollar cost average, and we need the support levels to know where our potential buy zones are. So for now, the 20 EMA is a good buy zone in my opinion. If you take a look at this support here as well, I'm going to take a trend line and show you the support that I'm talking about. So as you can see, we have bounced from this level multiple times, and this would be $133.3. So this is a nice level to buy from, and this is a 7.2% pullback from the current price. You also have a nice support level below you over here. I'm going to get the trend line there. There we go. So that's another support level that you could keep an eye on. Something's wrong with my toolbar. So just slightly above $117 is another level to keep an eye on and potentially buy from there. Now, the major resistance above us right now is the 1.618, the level that we lost over here, okay, and that we had back tested over here as resistance. So this level played out perfectly. So if you wanted, for example, to short and you had this Fibonacci retracement, then you saw this level broken, And once you started coming up to it, you could have set a short position from here and you could have had a nice move all the way down to the 20 EMA. So from this level here to the 20 EMA, that was a nice 17, almost 18% pullback. And as you can see, we did bounce from the 20 EMA and we did bounce from the 20 EMA over here in early August as well. So now we are potentially going to get the bullish cross on the daily chart, which is when the 20 EMA crosses above the 55. And this is the yellow EMA that I'm talking about. This is the 20 and the red one is the 55. So once you have that bullish cross, that is a major indicator that you are starting a strong uptrend. And obviously the uptrend has already started. You started the uptrend here from this low at $97. But with the bullish cross, you're a bit more safe, right? So if you want to play it safe, then you buy after the bullish cross and you can see some more gains down the line. But I'm not saying that we're flipping into the bull market straight away. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. But keep in mind, you could potentially create a nice double top pattern here. You could run into the 1.618 and from there you could roll over all the way down to $117.50. So this double M pattern is something that you want to be aware of. You need to break the 1.618 and backtest it as support in order for you to successfully, deem this level as support from now on. But when that happens, we'll cover that. But for now, $158 from here. If you want to look at some other targets, let's get a Fibonacci retracement here and set it up from the swing low to the swing high of this short move that we had here. $194 is our technical target at the 1.618 here. I simply took the swing low here that we have all the way to the swing high, to the local swing high. And if we manage to break $165, then our technical target is at 194. So let's see if that, happens. Above that, we have $213 or almost $214, which is the 1.414 of this large Fibonacci retracement. So we have, multiple levels. Keep an eye on these levels, dollar cost average, while you can, because potentially, no one knows, but this could be us flipping into the bull market. And this could be us flipping absolutely bullish, which I highly doubt. But there is a chance that, I'm wrong. And I think I'm probably going to be wrong and something else entirely is going to happen. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, something very important happened over here. And I gave you this in the last update. So we were sitting somewhere in here. I think June 5th was our last update on Bitcoin Cash. You have these two resistance trend lines, these two horizontal resistance trend lines. And once you break horizontals, you usually see a strong move to the upside. So the first one here, as you can see, you broke through, you had a backtest of support. You had a second backtest of support, and then you started attacking the second trend line, the higher one. And this one you have been rejecting 3 times previously. So this was an important resistance level and you managed to break through that. You back tested it as support. And from there, look at the move that you've had. So this was a great buying opportunity. And I always tell you, when you break a horizontal resistance, look for the back test of support. If you're a bit late, wait for the pullback, buy when you're in here at the support. And when you're testing the previous resistance as support, and from there, you're likely to see a nice appreciation. Doesn't happen all the time, but that's the best that you can do if you're a bit late to the party. Obviously, it's better buying here. You should have been buying here and here when you were completely oversold, but not a lot of people have, the balls to do that because everything's going down. You're very scared. But if you have been buying at these levels, then congratulations, you're in good profit right now. And I am expecting Bitcoin Cash to come up to previous all-time high levels, closer to the peak of the next bull market. Potentially, we could go higher. No one knows. But let's jump into the Binance website real quick. Now, switching to the weekly chart here, I do want to take a look at the RSI. So I did give you this channel down pattern here on the RSI. And as you can see, we do have a little fake out below the support level. So as you can see, we have had 3 bounces off the resistance here. So I apologize about that. 3 bounces off the resistance. You have 2 bounces off the support here, a third bounce here, and a little fake out down below here. And as you can see right now, you're planning to attack this resistance. Now, whether you break through it or not, no one knows what's going to happen, because in a channel, you have to expect to adhere to the channel while you're in the channel. But once you start breaking it, that will be a major bullish signal, because once again, you're breaking through a horizontal resistance trend line. What happens when you do that? You have an incredibly strong move afterwards. So let's say we start breaking, you have a little back test of support here, you buy back in here, and then you could see a nice appreciation going all the way up here. I wouldn't expect us to get into the overbought straight away, so I'm not expecting anything like this just yet, but we'll see. You're going to be in profits regardless if you are buying at these levels over here, because you want to be buying here obviously, and you want to be selling here. So that's that's just the basics of it. And taking a look at the weekly stochastic RSI, you can see that we're headed towards the overbought. Once you get above the index of 80, that's where you could potentially look to take some profits if you're not holding for the long term. You also have a bullish cross on the weekly chart. The last time we had one was back in March of this year, and we saw a nice little appreciation afterwards. So we could see the same thing happen here in July and August once again. Maybe we could have an overextended move all the way into November like we had last year. That is also very possible. Now on the weekly chart, we are starting to run into the resistance here that we have created. So the support that we have here in March of 2020 and in December of 2019, we back tested this in September of 2020, in June of 2020, and even in April of that same year. And we're about to reach that level and back test this as resistance. So this is very, very possible that we run into this level, we get rejected from the 20 EMA, and we start coming back down to where we came from. Very possible scenario, because you can see how many red candles we've had here in this move to the downside. So it's obvious we're going to see some sort of a relief rally, but that necessarily will not take you into the bull market. So do not be fooled or blinded by that idea. Don't be blinded by all these big YouTubers telling you that we're going into the bull market straight away. That is possible, but trust me, they don't know, and I don't know. You just have to, be ready for both outcomes. That is what I teach on this channel. You have to be ready to buy the dip at all times, and you have to be ready to take some profits if we get too overextended. But the video has been going on for quite a while. I don't want to take any more of your time. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Patreon, and feel free to follow me on Twitter. I forgot to mention the price levels for the resistance buy zone. You can see them on your chart right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.